Pseudorandom.
Hi, and yes, welcome to Pseudorandom. My name is Collin Cunningham. This is Ladyada.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm just the decoration. You're the actual host and star of this show.
Visual and mental decoration,
Yeah.
intellectual decoration.
I'm like the Vanna White. I'm just going to be like, and here is an op amp.
Aren't we all decoration?
In this like
In
psychic
a way,
world.
from
Yeah.
the personal paradigm, ways to decorate the world.
What is identity? Okay, so
But
today.
decoration is an important thing.
Yeah.
Color, light, and sound.
I mean,
are
you have a
ways we
home.
decorate our world. Yeah.
You have a home. You want to maybe spice up your home. And
Everybody
maybe you have
loves music.
Maybe you have a stereophonic sound system. And you want to.
Maybe you live in 1978. 82? That'll work too.
Okay.
And you love your music and you just want more from it. You want to feel the music. You want to see the music.
Yeah.
You know.
And let's say you don't want
pre-music
to
videos.
spend money on shrooms. So what can you do instead?
You can purchase a color organ. Now, this was...
Like a kidney?
This would... No. Not that color organ. That would be like just a deep red constant. Okay. No, a box with lights in it that responds to sound. These were pretty big. These were a pretty popular item in, back in the day, in the late 70s, early 80s. And there's ads which are proof. Can we see one of those?
Okay, so this is a color organ. And what's interesting, I've heard of these and you were mentioning at the last Pseudorandom.
Right, yep. I showed a little box that my brother made that I marveled at when I was a kid.
Bedazzled, okay. So these look amazing. So these were boxes, and was this a kit? Or you buy this? I can't
these were pre-made. You buy them. I think these are the ones from Realistic, Radio Shack's brand.
Okay.
And you buy them. You sit them up next to your speakers at home. Get 2 for your stereo channels. And
quadraphonics.
Yeah, or you could go for 4, and
8.
And then you just kick back and feel the music, see the music.
And this ad is from like this. You said this is from late 70s.
Yeah, I believe
eyes
so.
To a color concert.
These are kind of expensive.
Yeah, for that time. Yeah. They're still cost a pretty penny on eBay now. Like
okay,
that one on the right is sure like $100.
This says, can you read off the text? Because or you can.
Razzle dazzle, random star-like bursts of red, green, blue, and yellow, an infinite variety of patterns. Prismatic lens fits against wall for 180-degree viewing.
Okay, UL listed 120 volts, and there's a 3-channel, and you connect to the speaker. So I guess the one on the left has a mic, and the one on the right has a starburst effect. Okay, so these little, they you know what's interesting? I always thought that these were like speakers, but they're not speakers. They're just visual.
Yeah, they're just visual, and these don't plug in. Or wait, you said that one does decline.
One of them,
and this one,
I think the one on the right said it connected to. It was multi-channel.
Okay. That one's multi-channel. Okay.
Okay.
But, most of the ones I've seen just have a mic on a little electric mic or a speaker used as a pickup.
And how do you think they worked?
Very, very well. There was, how do I think, like with the ones I've taken apart, well, the ones I'm thinking about ones that used line, like the one that sensitivity box that I showed, those used triacs.
Triacs, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they, so they had light bulbs?
These use small bulbs.
Like 12-volt bulbs, maybe?
Yeah.
And they just painted them red, green. I mean, they just took a white light bulb and then painted them?
These were actually straight white light bulbs with a gel in
a gel. Okay, so these are gel.
We can.
This is pre-LED.
Show more of this.
They did not have LED because they mentioned like blue, and I'm like, there ain't no blue LEDs for sure.
Now, even before colors. I mean, before colors.
This is a black and white world.
Excuse me. Before electric light, this concept existed.
Wait, so you're saying that this is not, they actually made this before even light bulbs?
Yep.
Okay.
There was an actual...
Do you have proof?
There's a painting.
Okay.
In 1725, a French Jesuit monk named Louis Bertrand Castel designed a piano, it was a harpsichord, with colored panels above it and curtains. Each curtain would open, revealing the colored panel when a key was pressed.
Oh, very mechanical.
Yeah, and an actual instrument.
You press it, and it would also play. Okay, so this is kind of a combination of color and music. So people have been trying to do this color music combo.
This is an very early iteration.
For quite a while.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little bit also. You know, it's ironic. It's frequency based too, just because it's
right. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Now, I think this was just like a sort of a mock-up.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it because there's just some water thing going on. Maybe this is a
yeah.
I'm sure they had cameras back then.
Yeah, so the best they could.
Illustrative purposes only.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so they probably didn't have op amps in the '70s ones. It was probably just like a basic LC filter to get the different frequencies, and then that actually they used the drive of the speaker, maybe, and they filtered it, and then they used that to just light up the.
Yep. Yeah.
To light up the.
There's
lamp, the bulb.
There's actually some video I have that I shot that have some close-ups of the board.
Of a classic one.
Of a classic one.
Okay.
Not that classic, not the one from 1700s.
Not the harpsichord.
Right.
Okay.
But it's a video that I like to call Color Organs I've Known.
Okay, roll it.
Rolling it.
Okay, that was amazing.
Friends of mine.
Okay, so that
all close.
There was actually 3 color organs that you showed off there.
There was the little LED board. That's one I did a while back for a Collin's Lab video.
So it's only 5 years old, maybe.
Yeah, that was a really kind of overdone op amp guy. It was adapted from like a VU meter. And then after that, there was the sensitivity box. I call it that because that's the label that's written on it. And that was, my brother made that, I think, in high school.
And that one was horrifying because it had like the 3 plug outlets.
I didn't show the inside of that this time. We showed it on the hand-drawn PCB
Watch the last episode if you want to see the inside of that box.
Right. It was a little hairy in there. There's like a piece of styrofoam, I think from an old McDonald's box, like just protecting. I did open it up and I kind of, put a little safety on.
Okay.
There. I isolated and kind of
So for that, there was an audio in, or how does it detect the audio?
That connects straight to a speaker wire.
Okay.
And yeah, I had some issues where it was doing a protection fault on the trigger and protection fault on the receiver. So I had to keep the volume down.
Oh, okay.
But other than that.
So the speaker out, and then that is actually filtered inside using some transistors or some
Those are
RC triacs.
Yeah.
So basically some passive components straight to the triacs, and they would turn on and off the power outlets.
Yep.
So it's a very DIY, because it's not in a cabinet. That was why you have the 3 different bulbs.
Right, yeah.
Beautiful bulbs, too.
Yeah, I just picked up some bulbs and some flat mounts.
Isn't Chinatown great? You can go there, just go to like the light store? Is that what you
I just went to the corner hardware store.
Oh, great.
At the Crest, yeah.
Well, because, like you go Canal Street, they have all those like weird lamp stores.
I thought maybe I'd end up going there, but I didn't know.
Lucky, okay.
Enough fun at home.
You went to the color organ section of Dwayne Reed.
Sure, yeah. It's everywhere. You just have to use your imagination.
Okay, so there's the one from the first one, the LED op-amp one. There was the triac sensitivity box, and then the third one was Epic. What was that?
Wait, the third one. Then I showed the realistic box first, which it looks like this.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But what about the large, the DJ?
But then after that, that is the Sound Design Trendsetter 7.
That's what it's called?
Yep, my friend Lauren was kind enough to let me come over and visit it. It needs like a throne. It needs like a shrine.
You had visitation rights for this.
It's freaking amazing.
But it's only 7.
Sweet. Yeah, I don't know if there were more trendsetters actually.
But what's funny is this is before like you had to have at least like 100 in your number, like Trendsetter 1000 or 2000.
Yeah, it sounds more like, I don't know.
7.
Like the Thunderbirds.
Those are simpler times.
Oh. Yeah, I like smaller numbers. I think we should go back. We might have flipped. We might have.
Go back to So the Trendsetter 7.
Trendsetter 7, yeah, and that had 2 controls that controlled the blue and the red sections, the rows of bulbs. It also had the speakers down below. I don't know if you saw that little part lit up as well. They had white semi-translucent cones on the speakers.
The only thing I understand was that it looks like a DJ booth, but it's not. It's actually meant for a home stereo.
It's meant like a home, stereo console. It had the tape deck and
this is what they did before, like cat gifs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these
are better.
These
I love cats, not but cat gifs specifically.
Cat gifs, yeah. This is definitely this is what you had. No YouTube.
Yep.
So that was amazing.
Than that, yeah.
And does Lauren keep this up? Upkeep the?
It's. I think there's a bulb that needs replacing, but that's in process. I was told.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cared for.
Beautiful.
And there's a community of people who enjoy it.
Okay.
And that's good. It's an important thing to have color and sound. So that realistic box though.
Okay.
That's what I call that's the brand, the Radio Shack box.
That's this.
One of them wasn't doing so good. I had 2.
Oh, okay.
And it was sick. And
did you put it down?
I decided to lobotomize it. I gutted it and replaced it with NeoPixels.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to see it first?
Yeah, let's see what's inside of it. So the old style ones would use triacs and high voltage, but you're like, you know what? We now have.
It's so much easier now.
We have technology. Yeah. We have NeoPixels, so you don't have to worry about high voltage.
Yep.
You can have a microphone amplifier, so you don't have. You don't have to load your speaker and freak out your amplifier.
So I should say, I did have some issues isolating noise on this, and I kind of went crazy rewiring it, so it looks a little crazy spaghetti.
We understand it. But okay, that's beautiful.
You can see.
That's beautiful. So
NeoPixel Jewel, NeoPixel Jewel, NeoPixel Jewel.
So you've got
5 of them.
5, and they have to. Or do they have to be in like a cross star shape, or is it like
yes?
That is the design.
It looks good because this panel makes diamond shapes out of point lights.
Okay. All right, and then you've got this little sort of bus matrix thing going on here.
Yeah, that's just for power.
And you got like a Metro Arduino compatible. And then you had to hide the LEDs.
Right. Yeah. Good point. I almost forgot about that because they were making little green diamonds.
Yeah. Okay.
And the mic board.
Okay.
The MX4466.
Yeah, it's a little amplifier mic, and then power in.
And that's it.
So you just give it. You give it 9 volts, and it just NeoPixels get driven from that.
And there's a big enough hole so I could snake a USB cord in there if I want to be debugging or changing it.
And then I have another question. So did you do? Is there like FFT in there, or is it just like volume? Like how did you? What code did you do?
This works. Actually, I just grabbed the code. This Mike Barella put a project on learn.adafruit, and I used the code from there, which was adapted from Phil B's Amplify code.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's doing just volume levels.
Okay.
And it does some nice tricks to keep noise down, to ignore noise, and
it normalizes
scale
it. Yeah, it normalizes
yeah,
and scales.
exactly.
Okay. Well, nice work, Phil B. and Mike Barella for.
Yeah, and then I took that code, and instead of having it just sequentially light every LED, like the middle pixel, the middle jewel, the middle cluster, and then start doing each one on the outside in order, I just cut it into 2 steps. So it kind of pretends that it only has 2 clusters of LEDs, and once it finishes lighting up all the LEDs in the first one, it starts lighting up all the LEDs on the second and clones that behavior to the other remaining 3 clusters. Did that make sense?
I'm visualizing it.
It's so that the first one lights up, and then when the volume gets higher, all the others light up together.
Oh, I get it.
That's a simpler way to say it.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
And
So it's like a spatial volume
yeah,
control.
when I did the other way, it was like it just felt like too much like a view meter, which isn't really that interesting to look at. So the panel that's on the front, I think you can kind of see it in the video, is
It's kind of a weird plastic.
yeah, it's this prismatic. Basically, it's the covering from ceiling lights, drop ceiling lights.
Oh,
Fluorescent
right.
light.
The fluorescent lights that have that
Offices, yeah.
gridding on it. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Same
it has
stuff.
this, you just never see point lights behind it, so you don't see this effect that it
Oh, okay.
it
I was
is
wondering, like,
capable
where. Actually, I was asking, like, where, if somebody wanted to build their own and they don't have like an old Radio Shack.
Oh, yeah.
And this is amazing because
It's-
this is like the vinyl covering with particle board.
Yeah, part of it.
Super.
It's got the battle damage to
Yeah.
prove it.
No, that stuff disintegrates.
Yeah, and some people want to build their own, like in Mike's tutorial on the Adafruit learning system. He specifies he gives a link to the sheeting on Home Depot.
Oh, sweet.
It's like prismatic ceiling light panel.
Okay.
I think it's called. So this works.
So that's
which
the
is
end
a
of
bonus.
Pseudorandom. We're not actually going to turn this on. No, just
Yeah,
kidding. We're going to
make,
totally
make
shut
it yourself to learn how it works.
That'd be really sad if we're like, okay, and that's it.
Yeah,
You don't
it's a
get
strategy.
Yeah, you enter in your credit card now and you get to see the rest of the video.
Okay, so
We'll get a really
let's
good
demo
project
this.
to do that.
So you got your phone,
I've got my phone. That's to supply the music.
And
I've
then
got a
this
small
is-
speaker behind.
because this has a microphone. It doesn't use audio.
Right.
But you could use audio in if you want, if you wanted to
could.
make a version.
Yep, you could.
But then
This is using the little Electret mic board.
that's a little nicer because you get the ambient
Yep, it's easy to set up.
portable.
You
You could
could
also make
talk
this
into
battery
it.
powered very
Yeah,
easily.
yeah,
Stick
you should.
some
It's not using that many.
double A's in there.
Not
Yeah,
many
it's not
voltages.
120 volts, so why not?
All right.
Okay.
So here I go.
Ready to rock?
This is gonna make sound, I believe, and you'll see it sort of flash. I think when I plug it in, maybe.
I'm gonna go back to the 70s. That's a test.
Get in your time machine and ride. Can you ride a time machine? Let's find out.
Can you like spin it? That's kind of cool.
Let's see. Actually has kind of a three-dimensional effect to it. Yep.
Yeah,
Spinning
that's
it.
cool.
And that's just because of the
Where is
panel.
Sanctuary. This is from Logan's Run.
I love the 3D effect.
It's pretty pleasant.
It looks like it's floating inside.
Yeah, it does. It has like a holographic feel to it.
This is great.
Yeah, and there's color cycling too. Is that it in?
And you can take this further. I mean, this is just like
Absolutely.
this is the beginning.
Yeah, as soon as this got working, I'm like, I need a big one. I need like multiple diamond-shaped sort of vignette holes on my wall with this poking through.
It's cool. All right, nice
So,
work, Colin.
pretty
Beautiful
hypnotic.
project. You
Pretty
you totally made this project come to life.
I did. That's what we all do. We bring things to life all the time.
Thanks to Arduino.
And light brings sound to life. Maybe. So now expect like a huge trend to start.
I think this should be a big trend. This is the
could
beginning.
be the trendsetter 8.
Good point.
Possibly. That's big shoes to fill.
All right. Well, thank you, Collin, for showing off this project. This is I'm
Thank
glad.
you, Ladyada, for being here so I can show off this project to someone.
We all do what we
Makes a
can.
difference.
All right.
This
Travel
is
back to space and time
awesome.
every week with Collin on Pseudorandom.
Be careful out there.
All right.
Stay safe.
Make things light up.